Hello, my fellow fuzz. So I'm gonna be watching their Inkigayo stage. So I already had saw like a little bit of like a spoiler of it because they did ended up dropping this like around like I believe it was like midnight, not either 11 or midnight my time last night. So I was like, oh, like they already dropped it. I'm like, I was not expecting them to drop it so like quote unquote early, even though it's like late in the day in the night for me, right? But I was like, oh wow. So I was planning on watching it today, and I did mention to. I was having a conversation actually with someone about because they were saying they were hoping that they would wear the black and white outfits that they're going to be wearing in this stage for a performance. So we're just like, oh look, that actually ended up working out, and I didn't doubt they were going to end up doing it anyways, just because it is one of the looks in the MV, as well as they already did wear this outfit for their first fan sign, I believe, and I think they might have actually. No, this is live, right? But anyways, I was thinking maybe they recorded this before, but maybe not. I don't know. The timing's always weird, right? But anyways, I am excited to watch it because they do have a new set, as you can see from the background already. And then, like I said, I did see a snippet of it already, or like at least the thumbnail for the wide angle shot version of it that they dropped first before the official one. But yeah, so I was like, wait a minute, like, because I know there's like that little like looks like a when I called it like the Alice's like rabbit hole that they look like they're falling out like through or like down like that whole like scene in the MV, and there's like all these like clocks and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, it's giving, like I said, very much Alice in Wonderland, but it's also giving because I think in at least in the Disney version, I don't think Pinocchio's maker, the Geppetto, he's not a clockmaker. He's a woodworker, is what it is. That's why he ends up making Pinocchio, because Pinocchio is made out of wood as well, right? But there are a lot of like, at least in the Disney version, there are a lot of like cuckoo clocks or just like clocks in general in his shop. So I was like, oh, like is that why there's like a bunch of like different clocks in this? And then also just like how, kind of like I don't know what it's called, like it's like introspective, or like there's a certain way, like certain way to describe like the styling of how they, there's like a bunch of like basically like chaos in this background where it's like, oh, there's like a lot of wood, but like there's a lot of like stairs in random places and like things like, you know kind of in like together in like a pile. So like I was like, oh, like I forgot what it's called, but it's like very like there's a certain art style that like mimics that, where it just looks really like, different. Like if you look at it from a different perspective, it's like it's really like interesting and like very like trippy in a way, which is what this is giving. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch because I am excited to see what facials and like stuff like that, and like see. And I did see also like a spoiler that Woongi ended up losing his shoe throughout, like towards the end of the performance, because I think JL ended up stepping on him. Like, so I was like, okay, like first we had Han like messing up like the ending a little bit, and then now this. So I'm just like, it's nothing too like serious, I feel like, but I obviously for them they're just like really it's just showing how like nervous they are a little bit, or like things that can go wrong, but then them kind of handling it professionally wise. But yeah, anyways, but also if you couldn't tell, I kind of dressed similarly because I was wanting to do this outfit because this is one of my favorite outfits as well. That's why I was telling that Foa in the comments that they were like, oh, I wish they do. I'm hoping that they would do this outfit. I'm like, same, because I actually was like planning on wearing something like inspired or like similar to it, because I have stuff like this in my closet just from like, concerts I've gone to before, where I like, because I always like to dress up in concept for concerts, like I mentioned before in their fan meet that they did. But anyways, let's just go ahead and watch out, because I've been kind of talking and like just sharing, like, kind of going on a rant, or what, not rant, but like kind of going on like just babbling, right? But yeah. Oh, I really do like this outfit a lot. Like, it's simple, but like I think it's very uniform. But you see what I mean? Like, it's very like that photo was also saying like it's very giving very much like Pinocchio, like, or like little like not like puppet vibes, because they're all wearing the same thing. Also, I didn't realize that Steven's hair is like fully on black now or brown now. Ooh! Oh, come on, Jungwoo. Ooh. They're doing a lot of like outward shots for this. Oh. But you could hear them like it is going out of focus, like oh, that was a very that cut to like him. Ah, cute! But I was saying, like, you can tell that you can hear like the breathing while they're like singing. Ooh! Oh, they did a 360. Okay, or a drone shot. Okay, so they're just saying we're gonna have background dancers the whole entire, like, time. Okay. Okay, that was a good... like I said, I like that they're highlighting that part, too. Ooh! Okay. I wish they would stop coming from the side, though. Oh. Yeah. I have beef with the camera work for this one. Ooh. I didn't even notice, like, the foot, like, his shoe coming off. Akio! It's like, it's going. He's like, no, it's going. Akio. Oh, with the Toki. But yeah, like I said, I think I liked Music Bank's camera work a little bit better than for this. I don't know. I know they're trying to capture like the whole like I guess like formation from above, but I'm just like I don't necessarily always like those kind of shots unless it's like, you know what I mean? And then they just kept swooping in from the side too much, in my opinion. That and then like the outward shots, like I said, you could see part of the, I don't know, not my favorite camera work, but I do really like this set a lot. I'm gonna end up watching it again just because like I didn't notice, like I don't know if it's in this version because I know sometimes they record multiple versions for like when they practice and stuff like that, and then they like obviously they have one that is the live version, and then they have one that ends up like airing like re-airing like the ones they post on YouTube, like they clip. So I don't know if this is the same one where Ungi ends up like losing his shoe, or if that's like the outwards, like the full like 4K like camera that I saw. But like I said, I did see like I didn't try to watch the clip. I just saw like the what's it called, the quote that the person was saying, like, oh my god. And I'm just like, oh my god, no. I'm like, not another mistake. I know they probably feel like, you know, kind of bad about it because they're just like, oh, they were trying to do something like try to get everything like perfect. But you know, it's normal. Like mistakes happen. Like it's not like, I feel like as long as no one got hurt is like the most important thing, and that Wungi was able to think quick on his feet and like not take the like. I think he tried to put the shoe back on, is what I read, but he ended up just like doing it like without it, I think is what it was, right? But okay, we're gonna watch it again. But I do like it every time like the intro's kind of changing in a way for the beginning. Like they keep like changing up the instrumental to open the song. It's a lot more darker with like the lighting for this beginning part too. There's also like strings on the sides. Like the zooming in and out is a lot, in my opinion. It's really kind of excessive. Jungkook's like fierce look in that part, like I said, they are really good at doing like painful expressions for this choreo. Like I do like that they're like doing like a close-up shot and like focusing on like the like hand choreo and stuff like that, but no. Oh. Boom. I. Woo! Like, see, you see, it got blurry there. Like, why? Cute. That part was smooth though. How they transitioned to Juwon from Daisuke. Cute. Always looking at the camera. This like, see, like that's fine. One time was fine, but they had to go and do it a second time, so I'm just like, oh, come on, Wongi. Like the camera keeps like getting out of focus a little bit on certain parts. Like that was a cool shot. I still didn't see that part. I'm telling you, it's probably like another like shot that they ended up doing that happened, or they they just did. I love that he did that. I love that he like was over here like like I'm doing your toki for you. Like I love that. But like I said, sometimes whenever you don't, if you watch various like versions of the stage, you can see it, right? But then there's also like I said, there's parts where like either they change like what they put on YouTube, or like sometimes the camera doesn't always, like one camera doesn't always get it. It's like I said, the more of the 4K like full version of it, whereas here it's like one or two cameras that are like moving in and out and like shooting, like, you know, changing like which one starts shooting what part, right? But yeah, like I said, like it's not like, for them, I know they must be like, they get kind of like sad or like a little bit like, oh, like you know, kind of disappointed that they end up messing up. And like I said, for me, I'm just like, as long as no one gets hurt, like it's fine. Like it's, you know, you could always do better the next time, and mistakes happen, even though like they try to like practice and like try to not like let it happen, right? But it is what it is. Like they just have to like the more important fact is like that they also like are able to like fix, like think quick on their feet, and like, oh, like, do I have enough time to like put my shoe back on and then like before, or do I like just leave it and like continue with the performance even though like I'm missing a shoe? Which like it's not the first time what's happened. There's been a lot of like idols that have like ended up losing like a shoe. Like I think Jungwoo was one that actually lost one in what was it? One of the events that they did where like his shoe went flying. So like I said, like, it makes for like, for us it's just like, oh, like it makes it like we're obviously like concerned, but also makes it like a fun little memory in a way to like, oh, like this happened during this era, and like they can look back on it and recall like when that happened, and just like, oh, like and then just like focus on like doing better for the next time is my thing, right? But like I said, this outfit's still my favorite so far from all of them. I think I just really like how it's like just simple but very uniform, so it's like kind of giving that like youthful vibe but still a little bit more dark because it is more like black. It's like black and not like full on like a pure color. And this is the one that they wear whenever like right before like the set blows up in the MV, right? And then one of them falls down the like quote unquote like rabbit hole, or like basically like them like spiraling into like confusion or like into emotions is what it's giving. So with this whole set as well, like paying homage to that, and Pinocchio as well, it's giving like that sense of confusion and like turmoil that like experience like whenever you're going through like a rough patch. So I think they're doing really well with telling that story through like, and referencing back to the MV and like referencing back to like Pinocchio as like a whole story in general, because it just like expresses it more, and it makes sense with, like I said, what their song is. Because even though like the song is more like supposed to be hopeful in a way, going towards like better things, and like like reaching for that, like trying to like get through that time period of like, oh, I'm in my tough, like I'm in like a tough tough time period, tough like space, but then kind of overcoming it, right? So I really enjoy that they, like I said, they are really putting a lot of thought and making sure that this like the background also like helps promote the meaning and like different like the different meaning and different like depth into like what the song is about, and just portraying the whole theme of Pinocchio, and like the fact that they're like quote unquote putting on a play, like in the last one where we like they opened like the red curtain and like it was the start, right? But then we got the whole we got the ship sinking in that scene, so it's like different. Like that's why I always enjoy whenever they have like their first week of promotions, because it's always a new like set, and it's them also putting all that money and like time into thinking like, oh, like how can we make the stage better, like by our props and like scenery, and like how they end up building it all, like because like I said, you can like obviously you see like the whole like house or like his work, like Geppetto's workshop, right? But then there's like a bunch of chaos with like the stairs being like not in a place that you wouldn't think there would be stairs, and then there's another pair of stairs, and then like all the like chairs are like stacked up high, like just like full on like chaos and like randomness. But then also like the strings on the side of it representing like Pinocchio, and them basically being the puppets, being controlled, is what it's supposed to like as a whole, bring together that imagery, right? But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and just keep an eye out for any more stages, any more content, because I will be, like I said, watching literally every single thing that they end up putting out. But I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one.